back to life, back to reality, back to this foolish game. Here we are. I'm gonna do some messages. Tell me your questions. It's all the same. Whoa. Ooh, however do you want me? However do you want me? Hey, Chibies! Woo, Psychic Bob. It is so rocking to be back with all of you. My gosh, we got a lot of people here today. Let's see who is all in our chat here. Psychic Bob got to take off his shades because I can't see y'all. Let's see who else here. Oh, Goth Prince is here. Yay. Christian Dirt 1313. Cadence Sowers is here. Yay. Amy White's here. Wow, we got a nice little gathering starting here. Welcome, welcome to Spirit Channel. Welcome to Tuesday. It's time for messages from the spirit world. Welcome to our new people. Hey, Sunny22's here. Billy Knox here. Yay. You know, for those of you who are new who don't know, we have a different program every day here at Spirit Channel. On Tuesday, we do messages from the spirit world. This is where we all gather here, and I take your questions and do little psychic readings for you. For those of you who are new, I am a full-time professional psychic medium. I'm a channel. I work with spirits. And I come out of a spiritualist background. That's where I was trained and developed my psychic abilities. So I'm just glad you guys are here and welcome. By the way, before I forget it, if you haven't done so and you're watching and you'd like to be part of our channel, hit that subscribe button. Be part of our scene here because we have a lot of fun. We gather here every day. We have a little something, you know. Yesterday, speaking of gathering, yesterday we had our horoscopes, and you know, if you didn't see that, you need to check that out. We talked about what is coming this week in the stars, a lot of energy, a lot of transits going on, so make sure to check that out. That's in the queue right before this video. Okay, so also in yesterday's video I showed it, but if you didn't see it, check out behind me. This is my newest painting, and I haven't given it a name yet. I'm going to work on a name, but I'll bring it closer. It's a space scene. It's a planet, a desert world with a giant sun shining down. You can see the stars. It's hard to see at a distance. There's a lot more detail to it. But I tried to create this kind of effect of the atmosphere being so hot that it was hazy and the sun is shining down on this planet. What do you think? You guys like this? A lot of you yesterday saw it, said you really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy this. So anyways, that is my newest painting, whose name is still to be decided. I haven't figured out the name yet. So I'm gonna work on a name for that. Anyways, I'm just glad you guys are here. Yay, Truth this King is here. Wonderful. Hi, welcome. Lady Carol's here. Yay, Stojance is here, all the way from Macedonia. Rooster Cyburbs is here. Thought it was Mars. It could be Mars. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm thinking it's a different world, though, because when I was painting it, I kept getting imagery of like a desert planet. Well, okay, of course, Mars is like a desert planet, so maybe I could call it Mars. But I don't think the sun is that intense on Mars. You know, maybe it is. So we'll see. You know, I'll think about it. Anyways, if you guys get an inspiration of what we should call this painting, let me know, okay? If you think what planet it could be, maybe it's in a far different galaxy, you know? Yeah, oh my gosh, Bela Claire loves the paint. Thank you. AJ's here. Thank you, AJ. AJ. Ricardo Leal, yay. Philly Chick 95. Hey, good to see you. Johanna Lundgren, or Johanna Lundgren from Sweden. Sweden in the house. Yay. Chuck Brandon's here from Nashville. My goodness. So Rooster Cyber says it's cold on Mars, actually. That's what I thought. So I don't think this is going to be Mars because if you see the haze coming off the planet, it's kind of like the heat is reflecting off the surface because it's a big sun, you know, like that's a pretty big sun, you know. We'll figure out what planet it is. I was going to say it might be Tatooine from Star Wars, but there's only one sun. And Tatooine has twin suns. So I don't think it's Tatooine, you know. Yay, Kindred Church is here. Yay, Eric Ferguson, Kate Pigeon, Lord Rabbitfoot. You can name it Sebastian. The planet Sebastian. There's a possibility. I like that. Lucy's Lay is here. Storytime with T. Storytime T. Bob, I'm curious what you're mixed with. Well, I'm English, Irish, French, and a little bit of Fey. Fairy blood. And also actually a tiny bit of Native American as well. So I'm a little blend of everything. Amy2572 says, I want to go to space. Tanya B's here. Hey, beautiful painting, Bob. She says, thank you, Tanya. Christian Druid says, I call it Andromeda. All right, that's another name. We can look at that. Yes. Amy2572 says, let's go to Orion together. I like that. That's a good name, too. Yay, Lady G. Hey, Lady G, good to see you. Sora Riku says, Bob, you should call it Astrological Space Sense. Lady Carol says, Galaxy Explosion is a good name. Well, there you go. Anyways, we'll find out a name for this painting eventually. I've got it precariously hung here. There. Oh, well, it's still crooked. Well, anyways, it's there for now. Well, I am so glad you guys are here. Welcome to Spirit Channel. I tell you, we have the best time here, don't we? You know. Anyways, thanks for coming out. Thanks for being here. Thank you to all of you who came into yesterday's video to horoscopes. If you're just tuning in, didn't see yesterday's video, you got to get that. We have a lot of important astrological stuff going on. And you want to get up on your week by seeing that video. Also, another quick announcement. If you have not done so, make sure to go and register as soon as possible for my psychic development class. On July 11th, we're going to be doing a live psychic development class. It is for registrants only. You do have to pay to attend. The class's cost is $30, and you can register at my website as PsychicBob.com, right there below my finger. That's my website. When you go over there, you'll scroll down, you'll see a PayPal button. It'll say Psychic Development Class, and they'll have a little video and some text, and the price is $30 for the class. You'll see it there. And you click that PayPal button, and you can pay by debit card or credit card. It takes all the major cards there. And then you'll be registered for the class. Your receipt is your registration. Now, I am capturing all the emails, and I will be sending out more information in the coming days. But go ahead and register. We're going to do it through Zoom. Now, a lot of people said, do I have to have a Zoom account? I do not believe you have to have a Zoom account, because what happens the day of the class, or I might send it the day before, actually. Anyways, around the beginning of the class, shortly before, we're going to send out a link, and they'll say Zoom meeting link. And when you click on that, that will download Zoom onto your computer, so you have a temporary setup of Zoom so you can be in the meeting. So you don't have to have a Zoom account. I would encourage you, though, to maybe think about having a Zoom account, because I'm going to start doing a lot of classes there. A lot of my readings are going to be done through Zoom going forward. And, so Werewolfin says, how long is each class about? Right now we're planning for about an hour and a half. So try to set aside from 12 to about 1:30. We may go a little longer some days if we're getting into it and getting a lot of stuff, but about an hour and a half. So the price is $30. And I'm telling you, where else can you get personal, individualized training from a psychic, for that price? And it's going to be very interactive. I'm not spoon feeding you. I will teach you, but we're going to actually do exercises together that you can see how this, how this all works and how you can access your own abilities. Each week we'll have a different subject. Our first class is on clairvoyance, how to open the third eye, and understanding how to access clairvoyant abilities. Because the truth is, everybody has clairvoyant ability. Now it's true, like playing the piano, everybody can technically play the piano. Some people have it more naturally, are more naturally gifted. But even if you've never done clairvoyance, come out and learn, because I'm going to teach you techniques that can help you to really get into that. Okay. I only have 100 spots to fill the class. We are about halfway full at this point. So if you want to register, try to do so very soon, because once they're full, I can't take any other people at this point for the first class. Later on, I'll probably expand. And if we go beyond 100 people, I have to do multiple sessions. But for the first class, I'm limiting it to 100 people, okay? So I would love for you to be in class. So register like today if you can, because as I said, I'm half full already, okay? Eric says, Bob, can you buy the classes in bulk? Eric, at this time, I haven't set that up yet, but I probably am going to end up doing that so that people can lock in their spot for the full month. Okay. So now I do have to be straight up with you. If you buy a session, you are responsible to be there. I am going to try to record the session, but if you miss the class because you just forget or you get busy, I am not giving refunds, because when you register, it means that you're committed. You have to commit to be in the class, because this is very serious development stuff. It's not a joke. It's not just for fun, though it'll be fun. This has a very serious element. We have a lot of people that are going to be in the class who are looking to develop their gifts to really expand not only their spiritual life, but a lot of them want to go on and be professional mediums. And I believe the training will help you do that, okay? Lady Carol just says, I think $120 a month is very cheap compared to $2,000. I looked at one who wanted $2,000. Yeah, I'm not calling out people, but James Von Prague is charging about that for his 4-week sessions. So, if you want to buy a whole month, it's $120. But right now, I got to ask you, don't go and buy a whole month right up front. For right now, until I get the kinks worked out and everything, just buy one class session. And we can talk about further, links going forward for how we're going to set that up. But just buy one for now, because this is our first class, okay? And I got to get all the kinks out. So those of you who are coming, be prepared. We may have a little rough spots, but we're working on it. I've got people this week I'm meeting with to help me to get everything ironed out. But it's a live thing. There's always something to contend with. So if you have registered, thank you. And, some of you have written questions and stuff to me. I will address those in a letter a little later this week. I can't right now individually write to everybody because I'm getting so many requests and letters and questions. So just watch for email from me. But if you've registered, thank you so very much. Hold on to your receipt. That's your ticket, basically. And, we will get you in, okay? Yay, Kate Pigeon says, I'm so excited for the class. Thank you, Kate. And Simba says, I'm very excited for the class. Thank you, Simba. Oh, my gosh. Well, this is great. Gary M says, I sent you an email the first time you mentioned. Does that include me in the first class? Gary, only if you've gone and clicked the PayPal link now that's on my website. On my website, you'll see a PayPal link on the front screen. It'll say Psychic Development Class. If you've clicked that and paid $30, then you're in. If you haven't done that, you're not in the class yet. Okay? Good question, Gary, because the email that I originally sent out, let's to clarify, was to get names of people who were interested for contact points. I, at that time, had not planned to automate the class, but since then I've had a developer help me so that I don't have to individually send out invoices. Originally, I was going to sit and literally send a PayPal invoice to every single person. I'm not doing that now. So if you wrote to me at that time and you have not paid a $30 fee, go to my website and you'll see the button that says $30 fee, class fee, okay? Then that will notify me, and then I'll capture your email so that on the day of the class, I will send you a meeting link through Zoom, okay? Yay, Lady G registered, wonderful. Yay, can't wait. Lucy's Lays registered, wonderful. So guys, thank you so much. I hope that helps. We'll have more. Every day I'm going to talk about this so we can work out the questions. And by the time we get to the 11th, hopefully everybody will be on the same page, okay? But as I said, I'm already half full. If you want to be in, you need to register soon because I'm going to sell out. And this first class, I'm not, because of my contract with Zoom, I cannot add more than 100. That's my limit. Later on, we can do more than 100. But for the very first class, I'm having to limit it, okay? So don't miss registering, because if you don't get in, you'll have to wait another week till the next class, okay? You guys rock. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. Well, we got to do some meditation now, don't we? So we're going to do our famous blink meditation. Now, what is the blink meditation? For those of you who are new, I see a few new people here. The concept is like this. Here's our lamp, okay? Now, if I turn my lamp off, you'll see the lampshade. This is like our body, okay? And inside of our body exists our spirit soul. As Kelly Coffey says, it's our light stick. And so there's our light stick, okay? And the idea is that at any moment we can access that power. Now, some people say, oh, it takes an hour to open psychically. No, the truth is you can open instantly. And many of you have been doing this and finding that it really helps you. So the idea is we're going to count from 3 down to 1. And when we get to 1, we're going to visualize as if we literally blink on. Our entire being is filled with spiritual light, okay? So you guys, you think you can handle that? Now, if you don't get this, don't worry. We're going to do it every week. So, but it's a great technique to practice, okay? So again, don't feel bad if you don't get it. We'll just keep practicing, okay? All right, so we're going to settle down. I want everybody just to close their eyes for a minute. Take your hands off your keyboards. And as we close our eyes, let's follow our breathing, just gently in and out. And as we follow the breathing, I want you to let go of all the tensions of the day and enter into that place of silence and peace. And as you follow your breathing, I want you to draw your attention now down to the middle of the chest area. And inside of your chest, you're going to see a little spark of white light. And I want you to see that spark of light now become a little brighter and a little larger. And let that spark of light, just focus on it now. And we're going to count from 3 down to 1. So look at that light. And when we get to 1, we're going to explode that light and fill our entire bodies with light. All right? So just focus on that light inside of your chest. All right, we're going to count down. So get ready. 3, 2, 1. Blink on. Ooh, it makes my head dizzy. Oh my God. You know when I do that, it kind of gives me a little head rush. Whew. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh. Are we back? Are we all coming back? I love it. Okay. All right. Hold on. We got so many questions coming in here. KMH Television. Will I ever meet my biological dad? I only talked on the phone. He's still around. I'm almost 32. Haven't heard from him since 2017 or 18. Need answers and closure. Any messages? Katie Mel. Katie Mel, I have to tell you here, hon. I feel like there will be a connection with him, but it's not till next year, till 2021. I get some connection with Atlanta with him, as if he does business in Atlanta, Georgia, or travels there a lot. So you might want to ask other members of your family if they know anything about an Atlantic connection. But I do feel you'll make a connection with him next year. I see it starting as an online connection, like an email, and then I think it will progress to phone and a meeting. So I do feel that you will get a connection with him, okay? So I hope that helps. Thank you for your question. Blessings. Oh, donation, Yasmin Franqui, $4.99. Thank you, Yasmin. Hi, Bob. I'm feeling at a standstill on my spiritual journey. I'm feeling torn. Any messages from Spirit to help and guide? Blessed be. Oh, Yasmin, I'm sorry, hon. You know, when we hit those standstills, it's very frustrating. We call that the dark night of the soul, where we just feel we're just like our prayers are hitting the ceiling. Good news is what that actually signifies is that you're at a turning point. It means you're about to attain a new plateau of spiritual awakening. But a lot of times we stall out before we make the big step. So this is a temporary stall. I want you to watch the month of August, because what they're showing me is you've got a lot of white and silver light coming in. And I feel around that time you're opening psychically, but I also feel there's a transition in the physical work around you, in the material sense that you're going to have a new job opportunity. And I really feel that part of your work that's coming does have a spiritual element to it. And what's interesting is I keep getting a connection here with you, connected to some sort of like holistic work, like working at a spa or a salon or something like that. And I think that if you can be open to kind of some work transition, that's going to give you inspiration and open up your channel. But August is a turning point. This won't last much longer. Okay? I hope that helps. Thank you so very, very much. Blessings to you. Hold on, I got more questions. Hold on a second, guys. I just lost. We got so many coming in here. Okay. Kira Lynn. Hey, Bob. Thank you for guiding so many of us. An astrologer once told me that I will be famous. Is that true? You know, Carolyn, I have to tell you, I'm going to agree with that astrologer. Now, people call me all the time, say, am I going to be famous? And I'm brutally honest, and I tell them, no, it's not your path. But in your case, I actually pick up what I call star quality around you. And I do feel you're going to get visibility here. 2021 seems to be a turning point, 2021 and 2022. I think it's over about a 2-year period, but I'm getting some sort of media opportunities for you, either a part in a TV series or a film, but it's definitely connected to visual arts, like acting or I don't think it's theater, but it's more like film or television related. So I want you to put yourself out there. You might even want to have some headshots done. And even if you say, well, gee, I never did acting, doesn't matter. Some unknowns get discovered, you know. River Phoenix is one of my favorite people on earth. I'm so still sad about his death. You know, he was an unknown. He just showed up at a casting agency and got, you know, cast in a commercial, and then it took off for him. So I want you to be brave and put yourself out there. I feel that it's going to start out slow, but over the next 2 years, I do really see you taking off. So I'm going to tell you that whoever that astrologer was, they literally saw your star rising, and I agree with that. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. And now listen, Kira, don't forget Psychic Bob when you're famous, okay? You know, I read for a lot of famous people. I know a lot of celebrities, and I knew some of them before they were famous, and I predicted their fame. So I have a good track record. Keep Psychic Bob on your call list. All right. Yenny Yen. Bob, last night mugwort and moldavite came into my awareness. Was this nudge from my new spirit guide, Franklin? Absolutely, yes, it was. He's trying to help you to have a more open channel. Now, mugwort and motivate both stimulate the third eye, the spirit eye. And you know, in my psychic development class, we're going to talk about things that stimulate the third eye as well. So I can tell you both of those stimulate the third eye, and he was trying to do that to get your vision increase. So yes, that was from Franklin. Blessings to you. Thank you. Amy, 2572. Bob, when will I meet up with James in person? I keep getting September around this. Like, I feel like it's like August, end of August. I want to say more September, but I think September, like, by then you're really ready to meet. So take your time, get to know him more. But it looks like September is where there's an actual in-person connection. Okay. I actually see multiple. I think you're going to meet in September, and I also think you'll meet again in October. So I think you're going to really have a real great rapport, a great attraction, and you're going to want to be together more regularly. But September starts it. All right. Blessings to you. Thank you for your question. All right. Sunny22. Hi, Bob. Are there any messages for my grandparents? Thank you so much. Sonny, I've got a few voices going on back here in the spirit ground. Let me see who's back here in the spirit. Fletcher said Doris is going to help me. My guide Doris always helps me. Doris, are you there, darling? Can you help me with this? Yeah, it's for Sunny. Yeah, they've been here before. Hold on, I think they're back there. I have your grandfather back here. And he says, don't grieve over me and grandma. It looks like, Sonny, you've been in a place where you've been really missing them. And they're saying to tell you that they're not far away. They said, we come to visit you at nighttime. So they've been coming through in your dreams and trying to make a connection there. So I want you tonight before you go to bed to invite them to show themselves in a dream, because you're going to start getting more direct connection. Your grandma says to tell you, she says, now don't be depressed. You've been struggling here with some emotional challenge lately. And she said, we didn't mean to make you feel abandoned, even though we all left. She said, we're still alive. We still love you, and nothing's changed. She said, it's not the same that I can't come and bring you presents and cook for you. She said, but she said she's with you and grandpa's with you as well. So they're both with you. Start talking to them at night. They're going to be giving you signs, okay? Yes, thank you. Your grandmother asked me to tell you that she's going to make the smell of roses in your room, or roses and violets. She likes violets too, but she said you'll know the smell of roses. So I want you to pay attention. You're going to start smelling flowers. That's the sign she's there with you, okay? They're asking me to bring that to you. They said they love you. They're in spirit, doing just fine. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh. IA, Ian's here, donated COP 10,000. What is COP? Is that Ecuadorian money? I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. Thank you for your generous donation. Ian says, I got my flight to New York for September. I need to be home for my own mental health. I will continue my psychiatry classes from home. Will I be okay? Yeah, I think you're going to be okay, Ian, but I'm going to be brutally honest. I feel like you're going to be a little distracted. And I think that in New York, one of the things I'd say to you is I want you to really focus on grounding. I want you to work with black tourmaline or black onyx or hematite. Any of those would be good for you. Because I feel like that right now, New York still has so much fear and anxiety. I just pick up around that city that I think it will make it harder for you to stay focused. Will you be okay? Yes, you'll be fine. So I don't want to scare you, but you are going to have to pay really sharp attention to your grounding. And if you can do that, I think you'll be okay. I'm sorry that you're missing New York so much, but you'll be home soon. And, but please make sure to ground yourself so you don't get kind of carried away. You've come so far in your studies. I'd hate for you to call me up and say Bob, I decided to take a year off. And I'll be saying, no, Ian, can't do that. You can't do that. Okay. Grounding is important. All right. So yeah, you'll be okay. No, don't have fear. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your donation. Blessings to you. All right. Hold on a second. Sora Riku. Oops. Oh, shoot. I just lost it here. Hold on, Sora. Hey, Bob, question. Can you tell me? I've been looking for a place to live in Virginia. I can't find anything because they want 1 or 2 persons, and there are 4 of us. Where can Spirit tell me to look? Depends on if you want to be Northern Virginia or Southern Virginia. They're vastly different. But in terms of Northern Virginia, I think you'd have an easier time. I want to encourage you to look in an area called Reston, Virginia. I see a house that you'll be able to rent there. It's very nice. It's kind of near a wooded area, but it's still accessible to the Beltway and to the major ports. So check Reston, Virginia. Okay. If you want to be Southern Virginia, I keep seeing also Roanoke, Virginia around you. I feel like you'd get a good price and a nice house, but I think Northern Virginia is where you're going to be. Okay, I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Eric Ferguson, $4.99 donation. Thank you, Eric. Hey, Bob, I've always been bothered by the fact that Mom didn't get to be honored properly due to the corona. How does she feel about this? Let me find out what she thinks. Hold on. Doris, are you there still, hon? Can you can get Eric's mom? Yeah. Okay, Eric, I hear your mom. They brought her through. Hold on. She says, son, she said, I am not worrying about that. She said, I'm worried about you. And she wants you to know, she said, first of all, hon, thank you for loving me all the way to the end. And she said, I felt bad because I felt like I abandoned you. And she said, I'm not worried about any funerals or formalities. She said, all I want you to do is know I'm okay. And she said, I was glad to get out of the body and that I'm at peace. So she said she doesn't seem to be bothered. And she said that she is celebrating life in spirit. That's where she said, I'm partying over here. And she said, does that sound funny for me to say that? She says, I'm partying because I am free. So she's not upset. She loves you. And she has been visiting you lately as well, okay? Blessings to you. Thank you so much for your question and donation. David Sitska, $200, Mexican. Oh my gosh, thank you. Any insights to my spiritual development? Am I on the right path? Much light and love. You know, David, I do pick up around you clairvoyance. I think you have a very strong gift of sight. I also think that you're opening channeling, and I do feel like whatever you're doing now, you're opening power around you. So keep doing what you're doing. I might encourage you to remember to keep balanced. And I'm not criticizing, but for your own well-being, I feel like you want to kind of limit your studies right now to 3 or 4 days a week. You can do a little something every day, but more intensely limited, because I feel like you're taxing your body's nervous system. So slow down. It's not a race. You're going to be fine. But definitely work on the third eye. Keep that channel open. I'm just getting columns of light coming down for you. So I think that you are making connection. What's interesting is I keep seeing UFOs above you. So I don't know if you're trying to get messages from the aliens, but I think you're opening a channel that will bring connections to star people around you, particularly Pleiadians and also some gray aliens, the good grays, the tall grays. So keep talking. They're around you, okay? Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your donation. Sharon Poe. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Psychic Bob. Do my guides have a message for me today? You know, Sharon, it's interesting because when I'm walking right now into your light, I'm getting a lot of blue light around you, which means open communication. And I am hearing voices around you. There's a lady that's talking to me. I actually think this is a relative. I want to place this on your, I actually think this is on your father's side of the family here. I'm getting a woman back here. Now, I don't know if you can place this woman, but I hear the name. It sounds like her name is Cheryl. And she says, I'm Cheryl. And I feel this is either a friend of your father's side of the family or an actual relative. I have a little trouble getting her in, but she feels to me more like a cousin or an aunt. But she says, I'm Cheryl. And she said, I'm just stopping in to say hi. She asked me to tell you as well. She said that she's helping you get things going forward. And I get the sense there could be an issue here about kind of a relocation coming for you later this fall. Like a move or a turn into a job change where it may involve a move. But Cheryl said, she said, well, we've got this one. It's an easy transition. So you're going to get some help for some kind of a large transition. I get the sense it's more around October. I can feel the air. It seems a little cool around this time. So the leaves are blowing. It's around October, maybe an actual move, or it could be a physical change around a job, like moving to a new office. But Cheryl's guiding you, asked me to bring that over. And she just threw a bunch of silver coins here, which means there'll be more money at that time. So you're on a path of transition and financial growth. Watch October. Okay. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much for your questions. All right. B. LeClaire. Hi, Psychic Bob. Are there any messages for me today? Blessed be. You know, B. LeClaire, I'm getting the voice back here of my guide Doris talking to me. And she says that she wants to come in here and help you. She said that you're at a great place where you're starting to talk to spirit. And she said, tell her that Mother Doris, she likes to call herself Mother Doris. She said, oh, Mother Doris is here to keep the conversation going. So you're opening the gifts of clairaudience and communication, mediumship right now. Doris Stokes also asked me to talk to you about, I don't know if this makes sense to you, like tarot cards. I don't know if you've done tarot, you're looking at that, but I feel like you might want to play with tarot cards. It's like it's stimulating your psychic senses. But let Doris help you. Call on her, okay? Thank you so very much. All right. Daria McGuire. Hello, Bob. Will my husband be from another country? Yeah, I think so. What's interesting is I'm getting a Irish connection, possibly Northern Ireland. I think he's British passport, Northern Ireland. Yes. Okay, I hope that helps. Blessed you. You know what's also funny is that I feel like you've already talked to him, or you're going to soon be talking to him, Daria. So, yeah, isn't that interesting? All right, let me know. All right. Philly Chick, 95. Hi, Philly Chick. Good to see you here. Hi, Psychic Bob. I'm wondering if my grandmom, Caroline, who passed away, knows if I'm getting into crochet because of her. Thanks. Fletcher said yes. He said she's been influencing you. And not just crochet, like also knitting. And I don't know if you're doing doilies now or blankets, but when she was alive, she used to do doilies when she was younger. So don't be surprised if you suddenly get a doily fascination. But she is helping you. Hold on. Doris said she's back here. Is she there? I hear her voice. And she's literally getting my attention. She's got like knitting needles. You know, she's like taking the needles and tapping them like together to get my attention. She said, yeah, she's so happy. She said, I'm so glad she's carrying on my tradition. She views this as that you're carrying on something she loved, and it really warms her heart. She sends love to you. And she said, oh, yes, Bob, I like doilies. She said, but it takes a fine hand to do that. But she's going to help you. So let her help you. A lot of creativity. And when you're knitting, she says, tell her just to talk like we're in the room together, because I'll be knitting beside her and crocheting beside her. So she's with you. Thank you, Doris, for bringing her. Thank you for coming. Isn't that amazing? I love it when they just pop in and I'm not expecting them like that. Because I wasn't expecting to hear from her. I was just getting it from Fletcher. And then she just like comes right in. That's really cool. Yay. Hey, Sharon, you're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Gold Blue. Bob, I used to have a lot of dreams where at the end of it, a person I was talking to would turn into a reptilian. And then I always woke up in sleep paralysis. Was that really them? Honestly, yes. I'm sorry to have to tell you that. The reptilians have an agenda on this earth, and I don't think it's a good one. So yes, they're influencing people. Remember that the aliens have mastered manipulation of energy and matter and the astral realm. Because, you know, as Einstein's relativity theory proves, everything is energy. Energy is matter, matter is energy. Of course, it's a lot more complex than that. I'm simplifying it. But in a nutshell, that's what's going on. The aliens have learned to manipulate energy. They've learned to manipulate matter. And so they can influence our dreams. They can visit us. They can literally walk through walls. The good aliens and the bad. So I'm sorry. You might want to get the stone moldavite, Gold Blue, because that will draw to you the higher beings and they'll shield you, particularly the Pleiadians. I'd explore working with the Galactic Federation. They're in a battle with these reptilians, and they'll protect you. Okay. Thank you so much. Good question. Goth Prince 6977. Hey, Goth Prince. Hey, Bob, what messages do you have for me from Spirit? You know, Goth Prince, I got to tell you, right now as I'm stepping into your frequency here, I'm getting a lot of music around you here. And there's a guy who's playing, is it really? Fletcher just clarified this for me. There's a guy that I'm hearing, sounds like punk rock music, and he's cranking it out. And he said Sid Vicious is around you in spirit. I don't know if you know who that was. He was a famous punk star back in the 70s. He died in, I think, 79, 78. He's back here and he said, I'm Jim. He's just loud. He's like screaming in a microphone. He's like, I'm jamming. But he's back here and he said he's coming in to open your creative process. And he said, we're going to get you on stage so you can jam with us. I really think this is a sign of artistic power opening. So you might want to research Sid Vicious. He really wasn't an evil person, even though his name sounds evil. He was very much a true artist. He had a sad ending. It was heroin. He just heard me say that. He said, don't go that way, mate. He speaks of the British. I says, don't go that way, mate. Not that you are, but he just is reminding everybody, don't go the way of drugs. And he said that since he got to spirit, he said, got that habit kicked. He said, I'm back to my old stomping grounds and ways. So Sid Vicious is working with you to open creativity. You may be inspired to write music, play music, something creative. Okay, let Sid guide you. Blessings to you. Thanks for your question. All right. Hold on, I got so many questions coming in. Hold on a second. B. Leclerc says, thanks so much. That all makes sense. Oh, great. I'm glad my message made sense. I've been communicating with spirits much more, and I'm working hard to get on getting my tarot business going. Oh, B. Leclerc, there you go. See, I didn't know that, but there they go. I will definitely call on Doris more. All right, there you go. Thank you for your question. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, Coco Janelle. Hey, Bob, can you please enlighten me about my past life? I have really weird dreams and feelings of deja vu. Well, Coco Janelle, you've had a lot of last lives. There's two that show up really strongly. One of them was during World War II time period. You were a gypsy. I believe you're one of the people that Hitler put in the concentration camps. You're very psychic, and it's like you helped a lot of people, but then you were taken. You didn't last long. So you never got to complete your lifetime in that lifetime doing psychic work. You're a very gifted psychic. A lot of gypsies were killed. If you might want to research the Holocaust and the gypsies, it's a whole story in itself. But that was one of your lives. You also had an earlier life in the late 80s. You were born in the 1880s, and you died in like around 1920, and then you were instantly reborn. So you've had two lives back to back. And the other life that you were born into, you were also a very powerful. You were a spiritualist medium. You're from, in that earlier life, you're from a very wealthy family, somehow connected to publishing. So I feel that you have connections with high-powered energy around you in terms of success, fame, talented psychic gifts. And I think that you carry a lot of power, and you've come back into this life in order to kind of live longer and reconnect to your higher self, and I think make an impact. You have a real great gift for creativity, and I think you should explore like running your own business. You know, I think you would be your natural channel is what I'm trying to say. I think you have a talent that would, for example, you'd be good in fashion design, animation, media stuff, anything that's kind of high powered, visible. That's where you should be. Okay. But you're back, and you've been given all those gifts of the spirit. You brought them over so that you can channel knowledge and really make it to the top, All right. Blessings to you. I hope that helps a little bit. Rooster Cyburbs, question: are there any messages for me? You know, Rooster, I have to tell you right now, while I'm walking into your frequency here, I'm hearing a voice that surrounds you. This is a lady. This is on your mom's side of the family. This is a grandmother on the mother's side, I believe. If it's not grandmother's great grandmother, sometimes I get them crisscrossed, but I'm going to say grandmother for now. But I just hear this woman saying, she said, I'm giving them a kick in the pants. Looks like she's saying, she said, I want them to get moving. So there's going to be some job changes or something coming here, some opportunity for new work for you here. And it looks like end of August may start a new career path for you. But this grandmother's coming in to give you some inspiration, opportunity. I want you to look for a work that is much more, when I say creative as well. I think that you have a lot of creativity, a lot of artists. You have one of your life themes is an artist theme. So you could, for example, design your own t-shirts, or you could, I think ultimately you'll work for yourself, but even initially you should work in a field that's much more creative. Like you'd be good in advertising work, media work, things like that. But this grandmother's around you giving you a push, okay? So I always say this, and I mean this for you, Rooster Cybers, but other people, call on the spirit world because they will help you. We don't have to go through this life just struggling. When we ask our spirit people to help us, they open all the doors for us. They really do. Okay. All right. Next question. Raise your vibe. Hi, Bob. Do my guides have any messages for me? I've been having a rough time. Yeah. Raise your vibe. I keep picking up here in your frequency. I'm getting Archangel Raphael around you. And you are definitely being brought a lot of emotional healing. I feel like, and I'm not saying this to make you the martyr, but I think people have been bad to you. I don't think you caused it. I think people are betraying you and people are playing games and nobody's honest. This is a time where I feel like you've just got to separate. You can't, and I'm not trying to be negative, I'm not being passive when I say this. You can't fix this right now. So you got to kind of go your own way. I feel this may involve splitting from some even family members and some friends that have not been there for you. So you're at a transition point. I feel that once we're in September, you're kind of back on your own path and things are much better for you. So don't stay there. Call on Raphael. He's guiding you. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit. Blessings to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, donation. Lucy's Lay, $5. Hi, Lucy. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. Any messages for me, Bob? Hold on, somebody's back here. Oh, look at that. There's a lady back here. She gives me the name of Maria, and she said she's one of your spirit guides. And she says, tell Lucy we're going to be celebrating soon. It looks like she's showing me here there's going to be a financial blessing coming to you. I want you to watch also the month of September because Maria said, I'm guiding her into new prosperity. This feels like it may be like a business partnership or somebody wants you to work with them, but I'm getting career transition around September. And she said, we're celebrating. I don't think this is just a normal 9-to-5 job. I get the sense this is literally like somebody's building a business and wants you to help build it or partner with them. So I want to encourage you, be open to that. All right. You're going a new path. It's much more dynamic and much more freeing for you. Okay. Because I think you've been spinning your wheels the last few months and you're ready for a change. So September's the change. Call on Maria. Thank you so much for your question and donation. All right. Hold on just a second. Christian Do It 1313. Any messages for my spirit guides? Christian Do It, I'm getting White Eagle back here. He's one of your spirit people. And he literally comes in and he's got on the full feathered headdress like the Indian chiefs wear. And he's literally holding an eagle in his hand. And he's releasing the eagle and it's flying towards you. And he says, I'm bringing the insight of the wisdom of the eagle. So Chief White Eagle is sending an eagle totem to you for blessing. And he says, when you feel confused, He said, ask the eagle to give you the higher perspective. He said, you will soar above the situation and see and know. So Chief White Eagle's here. He said also to tell you that he's still walking the property and standing guard. So Chief White Eagle is a bodyguard for you, and he's helping you with wisdom and knowledge as well. So just keep talking to him, okay? He's with you. He says that he's the words he says, I'm mixing herbs. So he's doing some healing. It looks like there have been some stomach issues here around you. And also get some imbalance in the female area, possibly a uterine issue. But he's working with you to bring healing to the stomach and uterus. Call on White Eagle. Thank you for your question. Blessings. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, $10 donation, Jess D. Spirit guide messages. Love you and all that you do. Jess, thank you for being here. Thank you for your donation. PsychicBob loves you too. Blessings, darling. Let me see who's back here, Jess. Hold on just a second. Who we got back here? Okay, Doris, who's there? Oh, okay, bring them through. Jess, we've got a girl back here that's talking to me. She gives the name of Amanda. And she said that she said, I just got over to the light. I believe this was a girl who had been earthbound. It looks like she died in the 1990s. And she had a connection to, she said, I lived a wild life. And she said, I was a party girl. And she said, I paid for it. And she says to tell you, she said, I'm so glad that they're giving me a chance to work off my bad karma. So she's been assigned you as kind of some of her kind of penance. Because she said, I didn't live such a good life, but I'm making up for it now. So she's asking me to ask you. She said, they've asked me to come and help you. She said, would you mind if I be as a guide to you? She said, now I can't say I'm a perfect guide because I'm still learning. She said, but there'll be other people who will help me to help you. And Doris said, she said, yes, Doris, my other guide, Doris is coming. Doris says, we're keeping an eye on her. And she said, she's going to commit to helping you. So Jess, this girl, Amanda, wants to work with you as a spirit guide. She's asking me to tell you, she said that she's giving you advice for other troubled young women. It looks like this next year, you're going to find yourself almost like in a counseling role, helping people who are struggling. And she said, we will bring people to you and I will give you words of wisdom. So Jess, you're going to be kind of being a healer to help young girls that are troubled. And Amanda's, because she's been through a troubled life, is going to help you to help people. So you're going to get messages and guidance from her. And that's her way of serving to make up for some of the harm she did when she was on Earth. Isn't that wonderful? I hope that helps, darling. Blessings to you. And she just said to me, she says, yeah, and if I can kick in some money her way, that'll be fun too. So, you know, the spirit guides, they want to help us on every level, material and spiritual. So ask her. She's with you and she'll bless you. Thank you, darling, for your donation. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I got another $5 donation from 2020. Hold on, I can't read today here. 2020. Can you tell me about a past life that relates to this one? Thank you. Hi, 2020. You know what I get around you? You had a past life where you were, how do I put it this way? You overcame the odds. One of your lives was in Victorian England. You were alive during the Industrial Revolution. You were one of the kids. You know how the kids, they get literally chained to machines before there were labor laws? Well, you were a child during the Industrial Revolution. You ended up being orphaned. And what happened in that life is you learned to stand up and defend yourself. And I feel like why that life is important is that in this life, I feel like many times you've had to go it alone. Like I feel like particularly in some of your younger years, you kind of had to make up your own mind. Like, you know what? I'm not going to let other people define me or limit me. And I feel that that comes over from that former life in the Industrial Revolution time, 1880s time period. So you've brought in a lot of strength of character from that lifetime. I also get another lifetime. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but you also had another lifetime where you were a dancer. You were actually a male dancer in ballet. I believe you were connected to Russia, like a Russian male ballet dancer in the earlier part of the 1800s. But you died young. And so one of the reasons you come back is to explore more creative and artistic processes. And I think that actually one of your current life themes is an artist life theme. So you might want to explore that aspect, whether it's dance, music, performing arts. You're carrying that over from another lifetime. I hope that helps. Thank you for your question. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, so many wonderful questions. You guys are the best. Kirsty Jane. Hi, Kirsty. Good to see you. Hi, Bob. Hold on. Went by. Bob, when will I achieve my goal weight? I want to know if I'm getting somewhere with my weight loss journey. You know, Kirsty, I feel like that well, let me put it this way. This is an ongoing journey. And I feel that by the time you're in October, you will have pretty much attained your goal. Okay. The thing is, I don't want you to take everything to extreme, because I feel that if you do that, you operate from fear, and not only from a physical place will mess up your metabolism, but psychically, when we hold on to fear, like we get like spastic. Oh my God, I put on a pound. I need to lose 10 pounds now to make up for. We slow down our progress. So love yourself, be gentle with yourself, and know that you're doing everything just right. Okay. I think October is where you're really going to say, man, I made it. And I think that's step one, because I feel like about every 3 months now, you're going to start to see some major progress. So work it out in blocks, you know. But October is where I really feel you've made a big chunk of what you want to accomplish. It's really there. Keep going. You're on a good path. Thank you for your question. Blessings. $4.99 donation. Brooklyn Ducey. Hello, Brooklyn. Hey, Bob, I love your light. Thank you so much. Your blessing. You're a light for being here. Your blessings. Any messages for me and the new business endeavors I'm in? You know, Brooklyn, I have to tell you, just keep going. What's interesting is I feel like there are people right now, maybe even some in your own family, who are doubting you, or maybe some negative people saying, oh, come on, you think you're going to do that? I see you succeeding. And I think that by December of this year, you're very much more firmly established. I'll be honest, it's going to take the next few months. This won't be instant, but I think if you keep going, you're going to have success. By December, I really see people going, well, gosh, we can't believe Brooklyn did it. That's pretty amazing. And everything that's happening this year is raising power, because I think 2021 is a really good year for you, where you even make more goals. I think actually, to be honest with you, Brooklyn, you're even going to go probably bigger than what you planned. Now that's going to be over the next year. It's not all right now, but keep going. You're on a good path. I don't see you doing anything wrong. My one concern is I feel like there may be somebody that wants to come in and work with you, like be a business partner. It's a male, younger male, blondish hair. And I feel like he talks a good talk, but I feel like his focus is off. So if you have somebody say, hey, I want to be a partner, I want to work with you, and they got all these ideas, take it carefully, because I also feel like their struggle is that they don't have staying power. That's my concern. And you're going to end up, you know, what I want to say is, I guess the simplest way to put it is stay on your path. Don't let anybody distract you. And other people's lack of motivation is not a sign that you should give up. Okay? Because you're going to make it. It's going to be from now till December till you really see what you want, but you're going to get there. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't believe we're at our hour. Psychic Bob has a really full day today. I've got readings today, and I got other meetings. So anyways, listen, guys, thank you for being here. I'm sorry I can't get everybody, but it's a treat to be with you, and I hope this has been fun for you today. So anyways, definitely remember we talked about today. Go to my website if you haven't done so and register if you want to be in my psychic development class, which will be on Saturday, July the 11th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Live psychic training with Psychic Bob. Go sign up. I don't have, we're half full already. So if you want to get in, go sign up today or this week at the latest, because next week, if we're full, you won't get in, at least for this class. All right. So I look forward to being with you guys. Thank you for being here. By the way, make sure if you want to get on my schedule for a private reading, my phone number is right below this video, 703-825-3929. Call my office. We'll get you on some way or another. I'm already filling up for readings too. PsychicBob is very busy, but I love what I do and I love that you're part of it. Private reading, I always say it's an investment in yourself because it's a full hour. It's you and me, one-on-one. And we're going to talk about your soul journey, talk about your spirit guides, talk about your past lives. We're going to do all of that. We're going to look at your life mission. You get to answer all your questions. If you've ever said, gosh, I would love to grab Psychic Bob and pick his brain for an hour, have him all to myself, call me. Get on my reading schedule. Let's make it happen. Guys, thank you so much. I love you. We'll be back here tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? My days are all off. Wiccan Wednesday. Yeah, yesterday was horoscopes. Today's Tuesday. So tomorrow's Wiccan Wednesday. We'll have something mystical. Just be here, and I'll see you then. Love you guys. And until then, may all of you always blessed be.